Now we are going to study the third application of Gauss law. We are going to find the field due to a uniformly charged spherical shell using Gauss law. Case 1, electric field at a point outside a charged spherical shell. Here we have a spherical shell of radius capital R and surface charge density sigma. We have to find electric field at a point P at a distance R from the shell. We have to draw a Gaussian surface through P. For drawing a Gaussian surface, there are two conditions. It must be a closed surface and it must be symmetrical. So we can draw a Gaussian shell through P. It has radius small r. Now consider a small area ds around P. The area vector ds and field vector E are in the same direction. So flux through ds, d phi is equal to E dot ds, that is E ds cos theta. We can put theta is equal to 0 as E and ds are in the same direction. So we get d phi is equal to E ds. Now net flux phi is equal to integral d phi, that is the sum of the flux coming out through all the points on the spherical shell, equal to integral E ds. E is same for all the points on the spherical shell, so it is a constant and is taken outside. E is equal to integral ds. Integral ds means the total surface area of the spherical shell, that is 4 pi r square. So phi is equal to E into 4 pi r square. This is equation number 1. We can eliminate this part from the derivation if E is same for all the points on the given Gaussian surface. By Gauss law, phi is equal to net charge inside the Gaussian surface by epsilon 0. Inside the Gaussian surface, we have the spherical shell of radius capital R and surface charge density sigma. Surface charge density means charge per unit area. So for area 4 pi r square, that is the surface area of the spherical shell, we have charge is equal to sigma into 4 pi r square, which makes phi is equal to sigma into 4 pi r square by epsilon 0. Now we can equate equations 1 and 2. E into 4 pi r square equal to sigma into 4 pi capital R square by epsilon 0. Cancel 4 pi from both sides of the equation. We get E is equal to sigma capital R square by epsilon 0 into small r square. Sigma equal to total charge by area. Let us take total charge to be Q. Surface area of the spherical shell is 4 pi into r square, capital R square. Substituting in equation 3, E is equal to sigma by 4 pi r square into capital R square by epsilon 0 into small r square. Cancel capital R square from the numerator and denominator. We get E equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 into Q by r square. This is same as the equation for electric field due to a point charge. It means that the shell behaves as if entire charge is concentrated at its center. So for a point outside the shell, electric field is inversely proportional to r square. That is E proportional to 1 by r square. Now consider a point on the shell. We can put small r equal to capital R, that is the Gaussian surface is having the same radius as the shell. Now E is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 into Q by r square. It means that electric field is a constant on the surface of the shell. Now let us consider the third case at a point inside the shell. So here we are going to find the electric field at a point inside the shell. Here we have the shell of radius capital R and surface charge density sigma. We are going to take a point S inside the shell. It is at a distance small r from the center of the shell. Now let us draw a Gaussian surface through S. Now the equation for phi is integral E dot ds, or phi is equal to charge enclosed by epsilon 0. Here the charge enclosed by the Gaussian surface is 0 because all the charge is present outside the shell. which means E is equal to 0. So the electric field inside a charged spherical shell is 0. That is, even if the shell is charged, inside the shell the electric field is 0.